with Andy Smith, and he was involved with both the James Bond vehicles and Batman vehicles. What was your involvement with Batman?
The original involvement was with the Keaton car back in '89. I was really just one of the guys. I was just an effects technician, and there were like 4 of us working on it, and things were different back then. There was a lot less money, and it just got done, And then when the new film was being put together, nobody knew what it was. So I came for a meeting with Chris Nolan, and they pulled out this little model and said, "Can you make that?" I go, "Yeah, we can make that." He goes, "Can you make it go 40 mile an hour?" I went, "No, we can't." I said, "We've never made anything that won't go 100, and I'm not starting now." And that was really where it started. We put together a great crew of guys, and when we built the tumbler.
So you got involved with Bond in The World Is Not Enough. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, the car of choice was the Z8, and BMW didn't have a completed car. So Chris Corbold said to me, do you reckon we can make one? So off we went. And obviously with a lot of help from BMW, we put together a Z8 in about 8 weeks, I think. When we presented it to BMW next to their now finished prototype, we asked them, you decide which one's yours out of the 2 cars. And they went around it, they measured, I mean everything, door shuts, locks, everything. And they went, that's ours. And we said, well, why do you say that? They said, because it's perfect. And of course, it was our car. Yeah. And then our car was faster as well. And then, so moments like that, you don't forget. The Z8 was quite spectacular.
Out of all your work, have you kept anything?
Well, I did actually buy 2 of the little jet boats off The World Is Not Enough. And I actually gave one to a friend of mine who damn near killed himself. So I'm not sure it's a good idea to keep any of this stuff afterwards. I still have the boat. I don't use it much.
For yourself, just some amazing vehicle. What would your base model be, and what would you do with it?
I still haven't finished the car that I had when I was 19. I don't want to think about another project. I used to build AC Cobras, real ones, and I like cars that are just cars without a bunch of electronics in. So, something like a Dodge Viper, I like that.
Did your love of cars bring you to this business?
It's a strange story. I studied engineering, and all I wanted to do was build race cars, and I tried to get into that, and I didn't know the right people. And then I fell into films. So they needed engineers and on a film at Pinewood, and I went down there and I just got a job. I still had the business building race cars, so I could build race cars at the weekends and the evenings, and I did films during the day. And it always was separate. And then with the Keaton car, it came together, and then with the Z8 and everything, we started doing cars for films. I've always been in the industry. It's really all I've ever done since I left college, so it must be 25, nearly 30 years, I guess, yeah.
And you got a lot to show for it.
Well, thanks, yeah. It's been a lot of fun.